And so now we're getting the notes. So we're going to note changes on the web page. We're going to determine, is this worthy for Blessing to get an urgent email? And if so, it's going to draft that urgent email for me. And so then once we do that, if we see that the email this is email worthy, it will send me that email with the subject line urgent update on the filing name, right? So referencing that variable. And then we're going to put that email message here as well as a link to the spreadsheet. That way I have access to it whenever I get the email. So now that we've handled the urgency of the situation, let's move on and say, well, do we need to create a calendar event? And we know that we only create a calendar event on a specific month since this runs once a month. And if so, we go through our same logic as before and we create the event. We have a prompt that will describe the event and then send that email to myself to let me know that it actually created the calendar event. And so this workflow is a little bit different, a bit more sophisticated, but I designed it this way for the main reason that, again, when I work with people on my team, while I don't micromanage what people do, we communicate. I know when somebody clocks into Slack, I can see the little indicator and tell me that you're active, right? If you find something noteworthy on my team, you are telling me and I'm telling you. And there's usually some history of what work we're doing, like of the work that we're doing in and of itself, whether it's files in Google Drive, it's Notion comments and updates, it's the email threads itself. There's some evidence that work is happening, that important things are going on. And then it gives me a place to go back and search for things should I forget. And so that's what I designed this workflow around and said, gosh, if the workflow isn't just a workflow, if it is more of me thinking about delegating responsibility to a role, to a member of my team who holds a role, how would I want that responsibility to look? And then how do I replicate that within AI workflow? I'm going to pause there for questions and thoughts. How many steps would this automation be? It depends because of the conditional logic. So, I guess hazard of my profession, complexity increases in any system where you add variability. So when this runs, we can count it up and look at it. At most, we're going to run the first 6 steps every single time. If there's an urgent email, then we're going to add another step to run the email. And then if it is the fifth of the fifth month or May, then we're going to run another 3 steps. So at most, we're going to run 12 steps. Um, at worst 12 steps, at minimum 6. Now, Relay has some different billing. I think I'm not sure how Zapier does their AI credit stuff. Um, but Relay's billing works with a point, so you lose like a credit per step that it runs, and then you have AI credits that get consumed when you start running AI work. Now, what I also enjoy though about this platform is that there are things that I can run using their AI models. So they have a couple out of the box and I can change them, and they give you an estimate on the token cost, right? And so for GPT 4.1 mini, it's cheap, it's good at, writing the email. I use the cheapest model there and I'm happy. They also have some of the models with search embedded into it. So when you're in ChatGPT, you can give it a message and it will decide whether or not it needs to search the internet. That's what that step is. And it has the power to search, and so it will determine if it needs to do web search, and that's more dynamic. But you can use that here as well.